noticed that the packaging for your cigars is very unique and very cool. Who came up with the ideas? How did you brainstorm it?
That's entirely internal. We have a couple of great young designers on board that basically moonlight for us, and they've helped us with our branding and our packaging. And may I show you one of our products here? First of all, they start in this lovely velvet bag.
That's nice.
And so we like the process of experience, of unraveling the experience. There's this process of discovery, right, which is really nice. And so all the boxes are made handcrafted in Nicaragua from cedar. And we like to think that the package is as important a part of the overall product as the cigar itself. And this is something where, you know, in this case, each cigar comes sealed in an airtight glass tube. And again, especially in this climate in Canada and many parts of the States as well, cigars are very sensitive to their environment. And these cigars here, they're not indestructible, but they're not going to crush in your pockets. They're not going to dry between here and the humidor, wherever the point of purchase is, or point of gifting, or whatever the case may be. And in fact, these tubes serve as a little micro humidor on their own. They trap the climate of the cigar in there, and they stay great for up to a year and a half. The cigars are all pre-aged prior to going to tubes, so we don't lose out on the intermingling of the flavors within the tobacco. Right. So the packaging is all done in-house, and we take great pride in it, and we want to be a leader in the industry in the packaging of our product.
So that little 3-pack, that's very handy to have, and you can take with you and all that. It's great.
It fits in your suit jacket pockets.
These are sweet.
Fits in your golf bag, glove compartment, and it's meant to be, you know, you go to a dinner party or you have some friends, and you can have a cigar yourself and share with 2 others. So that's really the idea of the 3-pack.
Got this little latch on here. This is nice. Boom. That's not going to go anywhere.
And then our flagship product is the Mombacho 8-box, which again comes in a velvet bag. And then there's 8 cigars here, also in glass tube. And the idea behind this package was a lot of guys have stag parties, golf tournaments, gifting, or just generally, sometimes 3 cigars isn't enough. You know, you're at the camp or the cottage or on a canoe trip. There are innumerable cigar moments that we all know, of course, about. And the 8-box is a great way to travel with cigars without having to worry about a humidor and having enough certainly to share with you and all your friends. So this one here also, similar design, same kind of a wood, hardware. And again, we really pride ourselves on the presentation of the product.
Very classy presentation. Yeah, I noticed that. I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention.
From a humidor maker's perspective, I find that you've got some outstanding boxes. They're really well crafted too. You know, excellent.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Handmade in Nicaragua, so we give full credit to the source as well. They have a lot of great skill there.
Now, have you? And so you haven't been in the cigar industry that long. So, have you found any people who you would consider your mentors in the cigar, you know, the whole cigar making process? And who would they be? Who would you consider your mentors in the industry?
The mentors in the industry, first of all, Silvio Reyes, our original cigar master, he certainly showed us the ropes, and we spent a lot of time with him, and he became like a surrogate father figure to us. And he's a wonderful guy, continues to be this day, lives in Granada, Nicaragua, a real old cigar guy, you know, an old school guy. And so it began with him, and then from then we've had a lot of mentorship from Julio Cesar de Armas, who is our box maker, in fact, a Cuban expat, lives in Esteli, and he is very plugged into the Esteli cigar community. So he himself has introduced us, and he's like a bit of a godfather in that area as a sort of senior Cuban statesman in Esteli. And so he's introduced us to the Plasencia family, who have been great to us. The Oliva family have been great to us in Esteli. The brothers and the father. Yeah. And in fact, they have. And so have the Padrones. The Padrones we don't have the same relationship with, but the Olivas and the Plasencias have been very illuminating with respect to their fellowship, and we really are, I think, we all are brothers of the leaf, right? It's not a competitive environment, it's about a celebration of another player in the game.
That's great. I found that invariably in the cigar industry, that people are very close, and I think what they appreciate anyone that has the same amount of passion for the product that they do.
Right.
And when they see that in other people, doesn't make any difference what they do, if they're trying to make cigars, if they're in the press like I am, if they see that same passion, I mean, that's a point of connection with you.
Absolutely.
Now, for those people that have never tasted a Mombacho cigar, how would you describe the flavor? You described it overall as being light in body, smooth, but how would you describe the flavor profile?
To be quite frank with you, we have this little notion of, we ask people to tell us what they think, you know, because everyone's palate's a little bit different, and people pull out different things. So I'm not, I don't have a flavor or a taste palette that we provide for people. We say it has a bit of some nuttiness to the product, but to be quite honest, I don't have the ability to determine whether it's a chocolatey flavor or if there's berries of some kind in there, like a wine taster would. We like to define cigars as being bad, good, or great, and beyond that, it's up to personal preference to determine what that profile is. So our hallmark is smoothness, and it should stay smooth right through to the last inch and a half. A full flavor without the spice that you might find in a strong Cuban. And again, some people look for that. That's not us. And then we like to think of it as a great cigar from the standpoint of the overall balance of it.
You know, I think that after the 90s boom kind of came in, and that's kind of where the real full-body, full-strength cigars came in at that time. And there were a lot of people that really got on that bandwagon. They just wanted to get like a woozy feeling in when they smoked, and they thought that was a good thing.
Yeah.
And it's, I think we're starting to turn that corner and come back towards the middle. I know personally, I appreciate a cigar that's more in the middle.
Okay.
I like it to have a lot of flavor, but I don't like it to have a lot of strength or necessarily be too harsh on the palate with like too much pepper.
That's right.
For example, and Nicaragua is an example that if you use a lot of Nicaraguan tobacco of certain types, you can get a lot of pepper.
Absolutely.
But frankly, I like something that's more in the middle, that can, because it's more versatile to me.
That's right.
It can be smoked earlier, it can be smoked later,
Exactly.
it can be smoked with
multiples.
something, different things to drink. Like we're having coffee here, which is, I think, one of the ideal. Of course, it is still in the morning, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
We got up pretty early today. But anyway, I think it's the flavor profile on this one is very full flavor. In fact, this is different than the ones I've smoked in the past. Is this different than
it's different insofar as we have it's got a new wrapper leaf, so it's an Indonesian wrapper leaf. Prior we had a Nicaraguan wrapper leaf, but it was hard to find a mild Nicaraguan wrapper leaf. To your point about being a lot of pepper there, so we really dedicate ourselves to sourcing the very best tobacco available in Nicaragua. We have great relationships there, as well as then now starting in Indonesia, where the wrapper leaf has grown. So the profile has evolved over the last 3 years. The recipe is effectively the same, but we've changed out one leaf. And we also, now that we have internal control of our processes, we take the time to age our tobacco a little bit longer and try to provide a more balanced smoke.
Tell you what, this is a beautiful wrapper leaf. I mean, this is one of the better wrapper leaves you'll see in any cigar. I mean, it is. The coloring is so consistent, the texture is so consistent, and it's got like a natural amount of oils. You know, not like really greasy or anything.
Yeah.
It just has a healthy amount of oil, a little sheen to it. And as you can see, mine's burning really even. It's burning well. A white ash that holds on pretty firm. You can see they got a nice pellet dropped off in your ashtray there. So, yeah, I'm impressed with this one.